A crazy wild tour story was my first when I went on the road with Lil Scrappy as his DJ for about a year. We did the G-Unit tour. We did a bunch of independent tours. We did some with Lil Jon and going across state to state. And one of the most memorable, and frightening ones that any happens to any person was that, right before Thanksgiving, we was getting ready to come home for the holidays. It was like, most of our shows been kind of wild because of Head Buster and because of No Problems. It was just a rowdy crowd. We would throw water on the crowd, get them crazy. And this particular time, it was like, yo, we just gonna go down here, it's Thanksgiving, chill out, just get back home for the holidays, eat some good food and all this. We go to Jackson. We went to Jacksonville, Florida, and in this particular show, if you look at our calendars, Violator makes these calendars, and it says red dots where you're not supposed to be. And, it happened to be one of the places we wasn't supposed to be. It was a small venue. It was like, look, we just going to go in here, perform for the people, get this money, and roll out. We had an instance, we walked in there, the people was rowdy, they wanted to hear No Problems, and Head Busters, they wanted to get straight into it. A lot of cats was rowdy. They was throwing cigarettes on the stage, throwing gum on the stage. We're not too far from the street mentality. So we like, yo, they keep doing this, we're gonna have to, move. But we just trying to get home for the holidays, So Scrap like, yo, look up the instant replay, let's run through the show, get out of here in peace. So we get to going, we doing No Problems. I see somebody break a light, and we're like, here we go, right? So, one of the guys in the crowd was tempting to throw a bottle or whatever. They're just going back and forth. Scrappy's manager at the time was like, yo, trying to stop him from throwing a bottle or whatever. And these guys get to, rowdy like, okay, if y'all throw a bottle, we're going to throw a bottle. So we holding bottles and we looking back at them. So they like, F that, we just going to throw the bottles. Start throwing the bottles. One accidentally, I don't know, he must have been Mike Schmidt, one of them pitchers, man. That joint flew right into the stage and cracked Scrappy right in the mouth. And at the time, I was on the side of the stage with the instant replay doing the music, so all I saw was the bottle hit, and then it was like David Blaine disappeared. So I was on the side of the stage with the instant replay, and I seen the bottle hit Scrappy in the mouth. I see him disappear. So I'm like, wow, I'm the last one in the club. Because, everybody's going off the stage and people just throwing bottles. And then behind the stage was a mirror. So I saw those beers just hitting and breaking the glass in the mirror. So I'm on the side. I look to the side and they're like, there you go. It's one of me. I'm still in there. So they started humming bottles at me. But I had on like a Sean John coat. This is how serious we was about the show. I came in there with my coat still on in the club. I had a big, long Sean John coat with the fur. I still on. So I had my hat cocked, and one of the beers wound up flying and hitting the brim and never breaking. So it didn't hit me in my face. I was good. But by the time I seen something else going through, I wrapped the wires up, ripped them. I left the wires actually there. Put the instant replay, left the box, put it up under my Sean John coat, dipped out the front door, tried to get to the cop like, yo, we about to be crazy right now. What can we do? He like, let me see what's going on first. I'm like, oh, I'm cool. So I'm like, man, I need somewhere to hide. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just jet to the van. I hit the alleyway, I'm jetting to the van. All I see is cats chasing us. One cat, man, had a pistol or whatever. We run down the alleyway. Out comes this alleyway was my man Marcus, which was Scrappy's manager at the time. And we running, and he like, yo. We throw both our dukes. I'm thinking it's one of them. He thinking it's one of them. So we like, oh, whew. So we get to running. We run up to the dude. It's in the van. We had mirror tint on the van. We jump in the van. Nobody sees us get in the van. The dude's looking at every car in the parking lot looking for us. Our van driver, he's sitting there with the newspaper like this. So we're like, yo, if you don't pull this truck off, it's going to be a problem. So get ready to go. So after the dude's looking for the cars, now they walk back and back. As soon as they get about 50 yards away, boom, we gone. Head to the highway. I'm like, yo, just take me straight to the airport. F the bags, they at the hotel, whatever. Get halfway to the airport, they give us a call like, yo, Scrappy's in the hospital. So like, man, so we had to turn around. We turned back around. The hospital's across the street from the club. So, being as that, we just came back, but, everything wasn't good. But, it's a small town, and the hospital wound up closing at 10 o'clock at night because it's a small town. So they had to transport Scrappy to Florida State Hospital in a helicopter. And, I didn't get a chance to see him. and everything. So we just rode it out. We caught a van out to Florida State, 6 hours away, drove up to Orlando, get on a plane and stuff, and everything was cool from there. As long as he was alive, we was good. The injuries that Scrappy got was, you know, his two front teeth got knocked out from the bottle. He had a cut from inside his nose to his lip that had to be repaired, and I think a couple cuts on his gums and the bottom lip, which is, you know, remotely good to what can really happen. You know, he could have lost an eye. He could have lost, you know, a lot more. You know what I mean? Could have, you know, the bottle could have hit him in a spot where it could kill you. You know, he's lucky to be alive for that. And, you know, we got away and, you know, everything is good. The tour goes on. I think every great management company has a calendar of their artists and a map. So the map is showing, okay, these are bad places. You know, I think it initially came from 50 Cent with being, you know, what we call the red zone, which would be a place where it's not good to go. You know what I mean? You could still go there if you can make it out or whatever, but you could say, okay, Mississippi, Jackson, the murder capital of the world, you know it's going to be rowdy. We could take a check, or we can say we don't do shows there. Either one, you know what I mean? And there's a lot of dots on that map to where you're supposed to, you know, be on alert. You know what I mean? So, you know, Baltimore, Philly, Detroit, be on alert. You know what I mean? Just for anything. It could be anything. You know, it might not even involve us. It might involve the crowd acting crazy. We've been in situations where people have got shot and killed at places that had nothing to do with us. You know what I mean? Just know that it's a red zone that you alert at all times. Then there's places like, you know, Miami Beach, where it's not, you know, as bad, or Atlanta, where we know our surroundings, or New York City, where it's bright lights, or we doing the VMAs, we doing those places, you know.